Welcome to the channel. I'm Harlan D. White, and in today's video, I want to talk about cryptocurrency. As some of you know, I'm pretty much a newbie to this whole crypto arena. However, over the last couple of months, I have been digging a little bit deeper and deeper into this space. Hopefully, want to put out more videos around it. However, in this video, I'm going to talk about why I've opened up 10 different accounts, over 10 accounts related to cryptocurrencies, and just talk about my experience so far with each of the different accounts and the opening process and things like that. To start off, one of the apps that I just recently downloaded a couple days ago was Blockfolio, and on that app I actually track my overall portfolio since they're in many different places, and so far it's been pretty helpful. So if we take a look at it, we'll refresh it. These are my holdings. Dogecoin is actually my top holding. That's the one that actually got me interested into cryptocurrencies in the first place. And then you can just take a look at some of the other ones. There's some stable coins in there. And then there's these towards the end. These are actually cryptocurrencies that I got for free, which I'll talk about here in a second. Now let's go ahead and jump into some of the other accounts that I've opened, and I can share with you my experiences and with the cryptocurrency. Now you just got to get started. Over here, now the first one is Robinhood. Now Robinhood has in recent news been criticized, and this is actually where I bought all of my Dogecoin. And as you can see, as of, I guess we're a month and a half in or so. Right now I am have a 40% return as of the recording of this video. Obviously, cryptocurrency, it fluctuates a lot. The only downside to Robinhood is really straightforward to use. I like the platform, but in terms of cryptocurrency, you're not allowed to pull your cryptocurrencies off of their platform, which you are allowed to do with a lot of the other platforms. And so many people see this as a huge disadvantage. Ease of use is really good, but that is one of the biggest disadvantages. Also, when it comes to the cryptocurrencies that Robinhood does hold on their platform, they tend to have the lowest price as compared to other ones, but that may be related to not being able to pull the cryptocurrency off the actual platform. Next, the next account that I actually opened in the cryptocurrency space is Gemini. And so this is my actual Gemini account right here. My portfolio is right here. Right now there's $89 in there. I got $10 in there for referring a friend who deposited $100 and then invested that $100. And so, oh yeah, linked below. So that's the Bitcoin that I have there. And then the other one is Aave. And the cool thing about this is that I can invest my Aave and also return, earn interest on the amount invested. So right now it's 5 and some change interest that I'm earning on my Aave. However, I am down a little bit on my Aave because I deposited $100. There was about a $2.99 fee, I believe. And then it has depreciated in value because I kind of bought it towards the top. However, I'm going to let it sit in there. Hopefully it'll come back up. And at the same time, I'm earning interest on that being in that account. Overall, Gemini was a pretty straightforward account to set up. And I do like it. The fees is something that I guess I got to get used to being new to the whole crypto space. But overall, I do like the user interface and things like that. The next ones I want to go talk about is Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. Now, Coinbase is very user-friendly. You can see, I honestly even like the apps even a little bit better. Total in this portfolio is $88. Now, I've only deposited $50 of my own money. $5 I got for free for signing up. And then the rest is free cryptocurrency that I received from Coinbase for doing these e-learning classes to learn about the various different cryptocurrencies. And so that was a really good positive. Again, there's fees when you purchase your cryptocurrency. However, the USDC or the USD coin, which is a stable coin and is pegged to the US dollar, so it's not going to fluctuate like a Bitcoin that you might see in the news. It's going to stay right around that dollar value. However, Coinbase did a joint venture with another company. And so when you actually get USDC on the Coinbase platform, you don't pay any additional fees for that. So that is a benefit. Now, Coinbase Pro, as you can see, it's a lot more intimidating. However, the fees are going to be lower. So if you can figure out and get over that intimidation, I haven't bought anything on Coinbase Pro. You will pay lower fees than with Coinbase based on what I had researched. BlockFi is another one. And I got logged out, so let me log back in. All right, so BlockFi is another one, and right now I basically put $250 in there because by doing so, I believe I get $10 of Bitcoin back. And really right now, I just have it sitting into a stable coin. This is the Gemini USD stable coin, and it's earning a little over 8% interest. So I'm just gonna have that $250 sit in there, earn the interest off of that stable coin, which, because you can't find that type of interest in any online savings account, otherwise. So BlockFi is essentially an online savings account for cryptocurrency. The sign up process was pretty good. The only downside was when I initially moved the $250 over, it took almost 5 business days for it to clear. So I didn't like that, but other than that, it seems the sign up process wasn't too bad. Now, a next one is, this is Nexo, and I haven't put any cryptocurrency in there because I couldn't purchase cryptocurrency on the actual platform. And so what I had to do for this one is to actually move cryptocurrency from another platform into this platform. And the whole goal is to take advantage of these interest rates. However, when I look to move that $50 from my Coinbase over to Nexo, originally it was going to charge me $15, and then I tried it a little bit later and it was only about $5, but I still didn't want to pay that fee. So I haven't moved anything over to Nexo yet, but I probably will eventually. The next account, which I really like, is the Binance.us account. Now there's a Binance and there's a Binance.us, and if you're in the US, you have to use the Binance.us account, and it took over 2 weeks to actually get verified, and so I could use the account. And from what I can tell, they have about the lowest fees out there, except another account that I'm about to reference here shortly. And in this account, as you can see right here, these are the few that I did buy. Cardano, Matic Network, and VeChain are the only ones I've bought in this account so far. But however, it seems pretty straightforward. It's not as intimidating as Coinbase Pro. Plus, I believe it has lower fees than Coinbase Pro. All right. The next one, this is what I was referring to, is Voyager. Now, I am in the process of being verified on this particular app. At first, I was on a waiting list, and now I'm in the process of being verified. So right now, I'm about 5 days in on this one. But I'm excited about trying to use this one because it offers free trades on their app for cryptocurrencies, which none of the other apps I've shown you do that. And so that is pretty interesting. However, one of the things I did look at today, it seems to be pretty high to remove your cryptocurrencies off of the platform. They work off of a flat fee. So I guess if you're moving a lot off of their platform, it's not as bad because you can probably take advantage of that flat fee. But if you're moving not so much, you're gonna get killed on that flat fee. So still waiting to get verified to actually test out the platform, but I am excited about that one. Tied to that is the next one, and this is my TD Ameritrade account for my HSA. So a couple of weeks or few weeks ago, I moved $3,100 from my HSA cash account to the investment account, and I've invested pretty much all of it except I think I still have $747 I have sitting on the side in cash, ready to be invested when I find the right opportunity. But Voyager is also a publicly traded company, and it's actually been my best performer over the last, I guess it's about a week. I bought 20 shares at around $16. Today it finished at about $23, and so far I've made a 44% on paper made a 44% return. However, I'm pretty excited about this particular investment because they are one of the few, if only, maybe only, current cryptocurrency exchange traded publicly. There's been a lot in the news about Coinbase going public here shortly. So I think by Coinbase going public, putting more attention on this Voyager app as well. And so I think it's going to do very well. However, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. These are just some thoughts from a person who is on a debt-free journey and sharing his journey along with all of you. So take it for what it's worth, but so far it's been doing pretty well. I do want to invest more into it. In my head, because I bought it at 16, I just feel like I should have put more in at that particular time. Now it's at 23, and I think it's going to go up. So we'll see if I actually invest any more. I do have a little bit more that I've allocated to invest, and so we'll see whether or not I do any of that here in the near future. The other ones that I want to mention, not on this particular screen, is crypto.com. Now, I think I probably done the most purchases on crypto.com. I'm within a 30-day window where I get free trades with my debit card. You can set up a debit or credit card. I tried to use my cashback credit card. It declined. It wouldn't let me set that up. But I don't know if it's just my card or you can give it a try as well. But the first 30 days, there's no fees. So I'm not sure how much I'll use it once I get past the 30 days. However, they do have an earn future feature, just like Gemini, where you can put some certain coins and lock it up either for 90 days, 30 days, or keep it flexible so you can take it out at any time and you earn different interest rates for depending on what you do. So that's a cool feature that I do have some a stable coin in there for that, as well as, but the only issue that I did find with crypto.com is that their costs for the cryptocurrency seem to be higher than other exchanges. So when I compared crypto to like a Binance for Ethereum, for example, which was trading, $1,700, there was like over a $10 difference between the price on crypto.com and Binance. Same thing with crypto.com and Robinhood. So, and then when you get down to the ones that are closer to the dollar something range, there was still a 1 to 2 cents difference. So that's the only disadvantage that I've seen so far with crypto.com. And once the fees kick in, that'll be another issue. It did seem like it's one of the higher fees as well. But yeah, so that's just my overall experience so far with crypto.com. And then the last one that I signed up for was Kracken Pro. I don't know if that might have taken a day to get verified. I can't remember. However, I haven't really used that platform yet because once I did get verified and I tried to put money over there to purchase crypto, I would have to wire money into that account, which my bank would charge me, I think $30 or $35 to do so. So I didn't want to do that. So I haven't tried Kracken Pro. However, it is one of the biggest exchanges globally as well. And then the last app, not necessarily account, that I opened was Gecko. And I just opened that a couple days ago, but it's been pretty helpful to do some research on the various different cryptocurrencies. So as I said in the beginning, I am new to this whole crypto space. Hopefully want to share more with you guys around my experience in this whole new world. If you're new to crypto, definitely leave your comment below. If you have any questions for me, I'll be sure to get back to you on those. Pretty excited about this journey moving forward. Definitely like the video if you like the video, and if you're interested in more content like this around cryptocurrencies or debt-free journey, definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time.